thank you so much, Kadi. I think the challenges the agency is going through needs to be read through the discussion we have now. I mean, what is at stake? What is at stake is a solution for the Palestinian. What is at stake is a two-state solution. And what does UNRWA represent in the eyes of the people? I hear many times when it started that, Israel inherited the state in 48, and the Palestinian inherited UNRWA in the absence of a state. Now, clearly, the agency is perceived by the Palestinian as a custody of its identity, the witness of their suffering, and basically we are the custody of their identity. Now, when I started as a Commissioner General, I heard many times from the Israeli establishment that we consider UNRWA as a necessary evil. We disagree with the reason of being of UNRWA, but we will deal with you, we cope with you, because we do not see any alternative to the services the agency is providing to one of the most destitute communities in the region, being the Palestinian refugees. And what are the services? Our services are the one of a government. We are a Ministry of Education, Primary Health, Social Services for the Palestinian refugees across the region living in the camp. When October 7 started, the unnecessary evil became we became an unnecessary evil, and hence the agency became also an objective of this war. Now, it is true we keep hearing about, the main reason is that the agency has been infiltrated by Hamas or by Palestinian faction beyond repair. But we all know that this is not the case. This is not the reason. The real reason behind it is we want to strip the Palestinian from the refugee statute, because if we strip the Palestinian from the refugee statute, there is no refugee. So we are not talking about the right of return. And so we are basically also further undermining the self-determination right of the Palestinian. So we become a political objective. And we hear this by the lawmakers who were behind the Knesset bill banning the presence of UNRWA in East Jerusalem, or banning any contact between Israel and the agency. They said this is one opportunity in a generation to finally get rid of the agency. So now the question is, what will be the future of the agency? And I think the future lies very much on what we heard from both Omar and Sigrid. The future will very much depend on the future political trajectory. I do believe that an agency like ours, under the massive political, security and financial attack we are under, cannot survive outside of a political framework or outside a possible political horizon. And the months to come will basically tell us what will be the future direction of travel. Meanwhile, the agency struggles to keep its services. In Gaza in general, it becomes almost impossible but for anyone to operate. What's taking place is just unprecedented. Sigrid described this hell on earth. We keep hearing more and more people saying or praying, hoping that they can be killed with their family because they don't want to experience additional days of the hell they are going under. So hence, obviously, the need of a ceasefire. Talking about political will, I would like also to flag that collectively, during the ceasefire, we have brought in Gaza more assistance than we have been able over the last 15, 16 months, which shows that when hindrances and obstacles are lifted, we can properly respond to needs, whatever the needs are. Now, and I used indeed the word weaponization, but if you decide to stop any supply to a needy population in order to put pressure on the same population, this is nothing else than weaponizing humanitarian assistance, which we all know is contrary to any, expected line of IHL. Maybe my last comment on this, I think beyond Gaza, beyond UNRWA, beyond the two-state solution, much more is at stake. What we have seen over the last year is the erosion of the international rule-based order, the erosion of IHL. Omar talked a lot about the outrage the international community keep expressing, but nothing has gone beyond outrage. We have banalized the outrage, and through this banalization, we make the unacceptable even, we try to make the unacceptable even more unacceptable. Thank you.
Thank you.